So I'm going to start out with a blank document for now. And then I need to find a picture to make the template. And I want to use an iPad for this one. So I'm going to the stock studio. And then I'm going to type in iPad. And I'm going to use this one. And then I'm going to zoom out and resize it. And now I want to cut out the iPad screen so I can place in my picture. So I'm going to the pen tool, and then I'm changing the mode to polygon, which will just be straight lines. And then I'm going to start on one corner and make a line to the other. So now I want to adjust the points, so I'm going to click on Edit Mode. And then I'm going to click to selection. And now that iPad screen is selected. But because I want to remove the screen, I'm going to need to have everything else selected, not the screen. So I'm changing to the selection persona. And then I'm clicking invert selection. And then I'm going to add a mask layer. And then deselect. For the picture I'm going to be placing in the screen, I need the document size to be the size of the iPad screen. So to measure it, I'm going to go back to the photo persona, and then I'm going to create a rectangle. I'm just changing the colour to red so I can see it better. And then I'm going to lower the opacity so I can see the iPad behind it. And then on the move tool, I'm going to drag it to fit inside the iPad. So now I've got that rectangle lined up with the width. I'm going to click on the Transform Studio, and then I can see the dimensions here, so I know that's roughly 1.4 inches. And now I want to measure the height, so I'm just going to do the same again and get it to match up with the corners. And then go back to the Transform Studio, and I know that that's now 2.5 inches in height. So now I'm going to create a new document and put in those dimensions. So this is then where you'd put in your design. But for the example, I'm just going to get a random picture. And I'm zooming out and I'm just resizing it. And now I need to make my picture that I want in the screen to be an embedded document. So I'm going to export, and I'm going to click on SVG and then click OK, and I'm going to save it to Affinity Photo on my iPad. And I'm changing the name and click done, and then click save. And now I'm going to switch back over to my iPad. I'm going to get rid of that rectangle, and then I'm going to place that picture I just did. So I'm clicking on place from cloud, and then I'm finding my document. And then, as you can see here, it says embedded document. And now I want the picture to fit inside the screen, so I need to add a perspective filter. But I'm turning on live filters, because if you make a change to the picture, it's then not an embedded document. I don't really know why. So I'm clicking on perspective. So then I'm going to drag the corners of the photo to the corners of the iPad. And then when you've done that, drag that picture to sit underneath the iPad. And now I want it to look a bit more realistic, so I'm going to add some glow onto the screen. So I'm making a new pixel layer, and then using the brush tool, I'm changing the colour to white. And then I'm going to paint diagonally down the screen. And I'm dragging that to sit under the iPad as well. And then I'm going to add a Gaussian blur to that white line. And bringing the radius up all the way. And then I'm changing that to add. And I'm bringing down the opacity a little bit. And then when you're happy with it, you can save it as a template. So I'm clicking export as template. And then just going to name it iPad. And save. I'm saving it on Affinity Photo. And so then if you need to use it again, you can click New from Template and then find the one you made. And now because this is an embedded document, when you tap on it, then it'll take you to this where you can then add your new design. So I'll just get another picture for an example. And then you just click the arrow and it'll take you to this, and then it would have already applied the perspective filter that you made as well.